So right now, we don't have an anti-bullying law in New Jersey.
No.
But when we talk about harassment, and even with this renewed interest that we've seen by the Me Too movement, has the legal standard changed at all?
No. Legal
No,
standard
okay.
is still the same, but there has been a big change. The change has come in both the awareness that individuals now have as to what kinds of conduct constitutes sexual harassment, and also the tolerance level for it in the workplace. And the Me Too movement, certainly illustrates that sea change. Because on the one hand, you have a lot of the Me Too women who are saying, especially if we're talking about the more subtle behaviors, they're telling stories of saying, I didn't even know that when I was being the victim of all that sexual innuendo, that was unlawful. I didn't even know I could complain about that and get redress. But now they know, and they're telling those stories. On the other hand, you have those women, especially if we're talking about the more offensive behaviors, the physical gropings and things like that. They may say, yeah, I knew full well that conduct was unlawful, but I was afraid to say anything. I was afraid for a couple of reasons, the reasons we talked about.
Right.
I'm afraid of getting fired, or I'm afraid of being looked at.
Right, the
as
reputation.
The right.
Yeah.
Right, or getting somebody that everybody else likes fired, or a troublemaker. So, women weren't telling their stories before, but now, thanks to the movement, to quote Oprah, time's up, it's the dawn of a new horizon. They're now being empowered to come forward and complain about things in the workplace that are making them feel uncomfortable. So, there's no doubt that the movement has clearly gotten the world's attention. And now, when women complain, they pretty much have an instant cloak of credibility. They're being believed at the outset.
Right.
And that's a great place to be.